Have you ever wondered how someone chosen by God could end up being the very definition of what not to do? Let's talk about a king whose name became a chilling warning throughout the Bible, Jeroboam. His story is a powerful lesson in how fear and a lack of trust can lead to total disaster. It all starts after the glorious reign of King Solomon. His son Rehoboam takes the throne, but he's got a serious attitude problem. The people of Israel, led by a man named Jeroboam who had just returned from exile in Egypt, come to him with a simple request. Your father's rule was tough. Lighten our load, and we will serve you. The older, wiser counselors tell Rehoboam, be a servant to the people, and they will serve you forever. But Rehoboam listens to his arrogant young friends instead. His reply, my little finger is thicker than my father's waist. He disciplined you with whips. I will discipline you with scorpions. That was the last straw. 10 of the 12 tribes of Israel said, we're done with the house of David. And they broke away. They then turned to the man who had spoken for them, Jeroboam, and made him their king. This was actually part of God's plan, a fulfillment of a prophecy given to Jeroboam earlier. He was now the king of the northern kingdom, Israel. He had everything: God's promise, the people's support, and a brand new kingdom. But this is where the story takes a dark turn. Jeroboam starts to think, what if my people go down to Jerusalem to worship at the temple? Their hearts might turn back to King Rehoboam, and then they'll kill me. Fear began to poison his mind. Instead of trusting the God who had given him the kingdom, Jeroboam trusted his own flawed political strategy. So, he came up with a terrible idea. He made 2 golden calves. He set one up in a city called Bethel and the other in Dan. Then he told the people, it's too much trouble for you to go all the way to Jerusalem. Look, here are your gods who brought you out of Egypt. Can you believe it? He led the entire nation back into the very sin that had plagued their ancestors in the wilderness. He created a counterfeit religion. He didn't stop there. He built his own shrines, appointed his own priests who weren't from the tribe of Levi as God had commanded, and even invented his own religious festival. He completely rejected God's laws and set up a system of worship centered on himself and his idols. This act, the sin of Jeroboam, became his legacy. For generations, whenever a wicked king of Israel was described, the Bible would say he walked in the ways of Jeroboam and in his sin, which he had caused Israel to commit. He didn't just sin himself. He built a highway of disobedience for the entire nation to follow, leading them away from the true God. Jeroboam's story is a tragic reminder that receiving a promise from God is one thing, but walking in faith and obedience to keep it is another. His fear drove him to betray the very God who had elevated him, and his name is now forever linked, not with his kingship, but with his sin. What do you think we can learn from Jeroboam's mistakes in our own lives? Let me know in the comments below. Thanks for watching. And don't forget to like and subscribe for more stories from the Bible.